Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the International Museum of Muslim Culture's Women's History Month and International Women's Day first artist feature event. I am Lina Ali, Deputy Executive Director and Chief Curator at the IMMC. My guest today is Mrs. Faiqa Uppal, a wonderfully talented watercolor artist currently based in the United Kingdom. She holds a Master of Fine Arts from the University of Punjab and is an art instructor by profession. Faiqa has several international exhibits to her name, and her work can be found at Saatchi, the World Bank, and many private collections across the globe. Faiqa, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Lina, for inviting me here. It's my honor to be here with you all.
So here in the United States, National Women's Day was first celebrated in New York City in 1909. There have been several formal and informal renditions of the occasion, and finally in 1987, the US government passed a bill designating the month of March as National Women's History Month to encourage the study, observance, and celebration of the role of women in American history. But of course, today is actually International Women's Day, which was adopted by the United Nations in 1977 to educate the public basically on the same issues of concern and to celebrate the various achievements of women. Faiqa, you have chosen to do this in your own unique way through your art. So you have painted and exhibited an exceptionally beautiful and inspiring watercolor collection of trailblazing historic women as your research-based revolutionary women exhibit. Can you tell us more about that project?
First of all, I want to wish you all a very happy International Women's Day 2021. May year bring happiness and prosperity and normal life, the way we used to live. I mean, and secondly, Nina, important thing is when you start a project, it start with why we are going to start it and how we are going to execute it. And third important thing is the outcome of that project. But in my case, it started how I get inspiration and why it all happened. Actually, it's normally when I paint any painting or any drawing, I put it on social media, which is best way to interact with your audience, with people, get feedback and get to know each other. So I just posted a simple life drawing with a few lines. I don't remember exactly, but line were like, I'm beauty with brain, I have power to rule, I'm one and only queen of all time. Still do I need to tell who am I? So the response from the audience I got, everyone, 99% people, they reply me back or commented me with one word. Yeah, we know it's Cleopatra. So that thing clicked me that people, how much this image dug into our brain that any simple drawing with seated position, sideways, straight hair, fringe, and everything, and people they think it's Cleopatra. So I thought, okay, if people know Cleopatra, though that we don't know much about Cleopatra, the image we know, the way she's been presented, we know. There are many, many, many people who has done a lot in history, made history, and making history, and we don't have a clue about them. So that was the point. It struck me. I should be doing something. So I did research, a long, long list. You can say never-ending list came in front of me, and I was very much impressed, and I get into more detail and a big list. In that list, a huge number of people, women, they did a lot in to make history, and in that list, a very big number of Muslim women who did a lot in education sector, especially. But seriously, if if you think if they were not in the history at that time, things could have been totally different now. So this is how it happened. And when I think why I did it, obviously, if I got inspiration from them, I wanted to pass this inspiration to coming generation, to us, and more to our children. So they get inspiration from them, and they think that way, that even at that historical time, we are living in the modern time. Every facility is there on one click. We can get all the information which is needed or what we are looking for. But at that time, if they could do so much, why can't we? So
Hmm.
it's a food for thought for my kids, for coming generation. They should do something. I mean, the way they did and made history. We are going to make history. Obviously, we should be doing something. So that was the answer of why. And third, outcome. If you obviously, if you do something, you look for the outcome is this. Okay, when I did this, I started with one or two portrait. Gradually I moved on, and I got a very good feedback from social media. Few of platforms, they invited me. They put my work on their platform. Many of the people, many of the organization, they invited me, they hosted me, my talk. So that was the outcome I was looking for, to to directly interact with people, younger generation, coming generations. So at least this is a food for thought. If um, 100 or 200 people, they saw my portraits, at least two, three, four, maybe they try to dig into more into it and explore more. Obviously, Lina, as an artist, my approach, my I see things the way other people see, like you. But execution or to convey my message is totally different. I talk with colors. I communicate with brush strokes. I must say I'm not good at talking. Seriously, I don't know how I'm talking here on this platform. Though I have been teaching for many years, 14-year lecture, to give lecture, to talk with children, obviously young adults, not children. Even then, I'm not good at to express what I think. I'm very much good at, and very much confident, very much easy to communicate with my breaststrokes.
Sure, sure. Your communication is very strong, and just the fact that this project has exhibited in at the Gaskell House in Manchester, and that it's gained international recognition. Really, it speaks for itself. So, tell us about that. Tell us about. I know that you have Elizabeth Gaskell as one of the women in the list. She was a Victorian era writer who focused on
Yeah.
everyday societal issues. So she was a mother. She was. And she was among the 10 that you chose to paint. Can you tell us about the 10? Basic name them, and then we can go into detail about the ones that were focused
Yeah,
on.
actually, little bit detail I will go into. Actually, it started with women, Muslim women. I started painting Muslim women, one, two, three. Then gradually it covered other areas as well. And I enjoyed a lot painting. I painted Sylvia Pankhurst, a very big name in suffragette movement, and a very prominent name in that movement. And obviously, that movement, you know what happened, because we got a right to vote. So I painted Wang Yanji from China. She was astrologer, and she was a poet. And I painted Frida Kahlo, same, like she was an artist, and she was very courageous woman. The way the life she had, it was not easy to live a life like that. And even that, she collected her courage, and she came up of in front of her with her beautiful work, very colorful work, because she was very much colorful inside, and she was lively inside, though she was having very troublesome life.
Absolutely, and
I paint.
her work was overshadowed by her husband's work. Diego Rivera is also a very popular, famous artist,
Yes, you're
and
right.
she was battling that issue with her life story.
Exactly.
Incredible artist, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I painted Elizabeth Gaskell, which the portrait I did, and I was invited there to have a talk there. She was a remarkable writer. She wrote many biographies, and so I painted Queen Amina of Zaria. Then I painted Razia Sultan from subcontinent, India, Pakistan. She was first Muslim ruler, Muslim female ruler in history. I painted Shajarat Dur, never heard about these names. So I came across and I enjoyed, and to be honest, they did a lot, and it's an honor, and which I feel. And Miss Fatma Jinnah, a big name in Indo-Pak history. She did a lot, and not only she was all the time she was accompanied with her brother, a founder of Pakistan, but she was herself a first Muslim dentist in subcontinent,
Mm.
first Muslim women dentist in
I didn't know she was
subcontinent.
the first dentist. I knew her as the mother of Pakistan, basically. Yeah.
And I painted Nana Asma'u, a big name in history. She did a lot for education, women education. Um,
Yes,
so
we feature Nana Asma in our Timbuktu exhibit at the International Museum of Muslim Cultures.
Oh, that's great. So I will enjoy talking to you because this is how I will learn more. I did research 2 years ago, and on based of this research, I try to portray them in my own way, the way I perceive them. Obviously, these are not their portrait. We don't have any images available. If we're talking about 13th century, 14th century, 15th century, obviously no photograph, no picture or image of them. But it is. I went through their historical background. I went through their geographical background. Their what they did in what they did uh, incredible. So I went these uh, uh, these points or these things, and this is how I perceive an image. Might be if you go through study them, your image may be different, but
Mhm.
it is how I look them, and I try to.
That's interesting. So I would say, let's say the Queen Amina of Zaria, who is the beautiful woman that we feature in our poster, happens to be from present day Nigeria. So
Yes.
when you were deciding to paint her, did you research the women of Nigeria and their facial features and expressions in order to come up with that image?
Yes, as I mentioned that when I was doing this research as an artist, as an artist, so I did research the geographical aspect, their cultural aspect, obviously their religious background as a Muslim. What are the requirements, and as where they were living, how could life that be? So Queen Amina, if you talk about, we say that she was the ruling first ruling queen of Kingdom of Zazzau, which is modern Nigeria, and she was named as a warrior queen. So
Mhm.
an image comes that she, I mean, if you talk about, say, warrior, mean a very, heavy or strong, but I didn't want to show strength with weight. I wanted to show strength of a woman with brain, because what I believe in, brain power is, if you have determination, strong thinking, and believe in you, you can do anything. You don't need your physical strength. It's this who rules. So I portray her very slim and like early 20s. She's uh, just it's a front pose, looking at straight, looking at you with no expressions. I mean, I wanted to portray her with that imagination which she had in her mind to come up in male dominated society, to do something, to prove or to do something for her, her people. And she proved it. And I portray her with warm colors because uh, from where she belonged, I wanted to show that as well. To be honest, if I get a chance uh, to to do these portraits again, I would love to do it, but on bigger and larger scale, I would enjoy.
Oh, that would be
Definitely,
amazing.
I'm
I
going
wish
to
you
do
will.
it.
I wish you would do that. So, give us a little bit of background about yourself. I know you have an MFA from University of Punjab, but when did you get into art? How did you get into art? What inspires you, and where do you see yourself going with your artwork?
Lena, I won't. I will say, I will say from my childhood. This is normally people say, but it's true with me. I had interest in drawing, and my dad helped me a lot. He never imposed anything that he wanted me to be a doctor, though he used to. My beti will be doctor. Okay, Papa. But when he saw that I have interest in arts, he I have a full back of him. So from childhood, and then I got admission in fine arts. I study subject with other subjects in FA, which is equivalent to A levels. So then university, I did my masters with distinction. I got gold medal, and luckily, after my graduation, straight away I got a job in government sector, and I started teaching as a lecturer in my own subject, fine arts. So I had been into teaching profession for 12 13 years.
Can you tell us more about your nature-inspired artwork? So I know that you have an exhibition coming up starting in a few days, right? You have an opening in Pakistan. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tell us more about that and about that style of artwork.
Um, my I have interest in two areas of painting. One subject is floral. I love because I love nature and the colors, and they allow me to express fully without any hesitation, without any limitation. The colors. This is what I enjoy. And other area is figurative art. I portraiture, obviously, figurative art, for figure drawing, figure painting. I love, and especially I enjoy painting dancing figures. Subjects I enjoy, and I enjoy.
Mhm.
You just give me brush, paints, and canvas, paper, whatever. I will not get bored of. So, secondly, every year I manage and try to have a solo show. It's been last 4 years. I am every year I give a solo show. I prepare a solo show. So last year, year before, I had solo show in Pakistan, Lahore. That was watercolor and work which I displayed there, and I got very good response from my art critics, from art lovers, from audience, from people, not only there in Pakistan, but obviously on social media, Instagram, Facebook. I had a solo show there in Pakistan, which I worked on dancing figures and floral as well. Dancing figure, because I'm from Pakistan, and many years ago, I used to paint Mughal miniature in female dancing figures in Mughal miniature style. So I was thinking to I'm going now again Pakistan with the same idea, same subject which I used to paint many years ago when I used to live in Pakistan. So I prepared that show, and I had a very, very good response. Um, 80% of my paintings sold in a week time, and rest gradually they just sold out. And this time totally a different, because uh, this time again, floral, which I enjoy and I don't want to miss. Secondly, floral is, there is no contradiction in floral. I mean, people, if they don't like figurative, they like colors, they like floral work. They like to, put on the wall, which give brightness. Second subject which I'm going to display this time in my solo show, which is on 15th of March, next week, and I'm here. I will tell you the story as well. So, two subjects: floral and ballerina dancing figures.
So have you worked with models, like with your ballerina series? Do you work with real dancers, or do you just create the image as you did with the historic figures?
Well, Lina, I do sketches a lot.
Hmm.
Whenever I go out, all the time, sketchbook is in my hands, and I do a lot sketching. And yeah, with the help of those sketches from my sketchbook, with the help of live model studies, with the help of photographs, I just combine all these things, all these different studies, and this is all my imagination at the end of the day. Might be I'm using posture of from my sketchbook, using face from my life drawing, and maybe angles and details. Obviously, if you're doing, I don't do realistic work, I do semi-realistic. But even then, these basic anatomy points are very important if you are doing, sorry, figurative work. So it's a combination of all this. My message is happiness. I like to and uh, paint and depict happiness. I want people, if they have my work displayed on their walls, they when they come back after days hard work, and when they sit there, they at least forget everything. They enjoy the color. They feel relaxed, because there are so many tensions, so many problems in life. Uh, eh, you can say nobody is having a perfect life, to be honest. There is tension, there is something going on in the life which we don't know. The person who is going through, they know it. So I want them to feel relaxed, they enjoy, and forget every tension for some time. This is my message. This is what I want people to take my work as.
Well, thank you. Thank you for creating the beautiful work that really does,
Thank you
in
very
essence,
much.
allow people to take a moment to enjoy the beauty of life.
Thank
These beautiful portraits really got us thinking and inspired. Your floral works are incredible as well. Congratulations on the wonderful work that you do. And
thank you very much.
inshallah, there might be an opportunity to bring your work here to the United States. We will be in touch, inshallah. And
Looking
thank you so
forward.
much for this opportunity. We really appreciate you taking your time to speak to us, International Museum of Muslim Cultures. Um, is there anything else that you would like to add before we sign off?
um it's an honor that I've been asked here to express myself. I feel very happy and honored. And Lina, every passing moment creates history, and try to do something which will be part of history, and you know uh, so it will, some will be some inspiration for coming generations, and they try to do something positive for their coming generations. This is how we can create a positive environment, and peaceful and loving and perfect
That's
environment.
a beautiful end to this segment. Some people might think it's unheard of to in themselves to create, to make history, and with small things sometimes
Exactly,
it
you
can be
never
done.
know. You never know
You never
what we are
know.
doing.
And you might be doing something today that you won't reap the fruits of, but maybe generations later,
Yeah,
somebody else will enjoy the seed that you planted
yeah.
long.
One thing, Lina, I'm working hard, not for me. I won't when I'm not around, when I'm not here. My kids, they they think that they feel proud of me that mom did something. This is the motivation behind it, and I work hard from 9 till 3 or 4 o'clock at night. So this is all.
That's
Thank,
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
thank you very much, Lina. Have a
And
good day.
salam alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Have a good day. Allah
You
Hafiz.
too.
Bye.